What's up, lovelies? Welcome back to Make Life Easy with Faith. It's your girl Faith Odhiambo, and I'm back again with a very interesting recipe video. As you can see from the title of the video, we are going to roast some groundnuts in the oven. Did you know that you can actually roast groundnuts in the oven and that it is very easy? You use less energy and less of your time because you just put your groundnuts in the oven and let them roast. It's that simple. You don't have to keep like kukoroga all the time. So the first step of this recipe is you have to select your groundnuts. Make sure that you remove all the bad ones from the good ones. After that, you can wash your groundnuts depending with how clean they are. For me, I won't wash mine because they are from home, so I am 100% sure they are clean because the we removed them ourselves. So if you buy them from the market, make sure you wash them. But if they are from home like mine, you don't have to. So I'll just do that real quick. As I sort my groundnuts, I'd just love to remind you guys that I have a video on how you can use your oven. In case you don't know how to roast groundnuts in the oven, you can actually go and watch that video. It's a very detailed on how you can bake with it, how you can use an electric oven, and how you can use a gas oven. So I've done all that. I have like 3 videos on how to use your oven, how to connect it to a 6 kg cylinder. Go ahead and check them out. So once I've sorted my groundnuts, I'm going to add salt in a glass of water. As you can see, I'm using like a quarter glass of water, but you are not going to use all of this water. So I'll just add in salt in there and give it a good mix. So mix it well so that this water, we are going to use it to roast our groundnuts. So once you've given it a very good mix, I've used like 2 spoons, those small spoons like teaspoons of salt. I've added them in water, and then that water I add it to my groundnuts. Remember, if your groundnuts are dirty, wash them, but if they are clean, you don't have to. So I just add in some water and then give that a nice mix so that every groundnut gets that salty feel. This is how you actually salt your groundnuts in. If you put your salt directly, then one will be biting a groundnut and biting into salt. That's why we mix it with the water, and make sure that you add, like, give it a good mix so that every groundnut has salt in it. So go ahead and switch on your oven. We are using an electric oven, but if you're using a gas oven, there's a video for that. I've sorted you guys. So I'm going to set my temperature at 180 degrees, and then for the timer, our groundnuts are supposed to cook for 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm going to set my timer to 30 minutes so that the first 10 minutes the oven preheats. Remember, if you need to know how to preheat your oven, there is all that instruction in there. So here you use the bottom heat, but when I'm editing, I realized that I had set the upper heat, but my groundnuts still came out perfectly. As the oven is preheating for 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes, I'm going to lay my groundnuts on my baking tray. Yeah, you can use your oven baking tray to do this. So lay all of them. Remember to use clean hands. My hands are clean, so I'm going to like spread them over really nicely so that they can roast evenly. So spread that really nicely, and then once your oven is preheated, just put it inside the oven. Our oven is well preheat for 7 minutes. Our groundnuts are well spread on our baking tray, and I'll just go ahead and put it in, and then I'll allow it to cook for like 10 minutes, and then I'll open and give it a quick mix, like turn them so that they roast evenly. Remember, we had only set the heat for up only, so yeah, remove that, keep, like, mix everything, turn them so that they cook evenly. You don't have the upper part or the bottom part well cooked and the inside is not well cooked, so give that a good stir. You can check, you can do this 2 to 3 times before your time elapses. So that is why I actually set my oven to 20 minutes, so that the extra 5 minutes are for when I'll have removed the groundnuts to actually squish them. So yeah, so squish them really nicely and then take them back, let them cook, remove, squish again. Just do that. It's easier compared to when you're using a stove or a jiko, or the like when you're doing it manually, because when manually you keep squishing, as in you have to stand there for the 20 or 15 minutes that your groundnuts are cooking. This is easier. So I've taken them back, and then I'll come remove them again after another like 3 minutes. Give them a good squish again. As you can see from the video, they now look white, so it means they are cooking nicely. So give them a good squish. Also, you can check if they are cooking well, in case you need to put heat from both up and down, or you need to change where your heat is coming from. That is the reason why we keep checking before the time lapses. So you had that sound, that is 20 minutes later, and after 2 or 3 checkings, our groundnuts are very ready. So at this point, I'm just going to show you guys how they look. They look nice and they tasted even better. Trust you me, try this out and let me know what you think. Remember, it only takes, like, preheat your oven for 7 minutes at 180 degrees, then cook your groundnuts for 15 to 20 minutes. Check 2 or 3 times before the 20 minutes lapses. Ensure it cooks evenly, that is both top and bottom. Put it in the middle of your oven. After 5 minutes, remove and turn. After another 5 minutes, remove and turn again. Give them 3 more minutes once you have turned the final time, and then let them cook. Let them cool for like 10 minutes once you've removed them, and enjoy. That is it. That is the easiest recipe of making roast groundnuts in the oven. Until the next one, guys, bye.